Anyone who's worked as a server can regale you with stories of what happens behind the scenes. Yes, half-empty glasses of wine are drunk. Yes, tasty leftovers are popped into mouths, and yes, the 5-second rule applies. Those are all par for the course. But here are another 15 dirty secrets restaurants don't want you to know. Number 1. It's all in the wording. Creating a menu is a copywriter's dream. It's an opportunity to use all the fancy words and attract customers to certain dishes that have a high profit margin, are easy to make, and have been perfected by the chef. Even the simplest word, fresh, is one to be wary of because often the word fresh really just means never frozen. As pointed out by QSRmagazine.com in their article on how to name a winning menu item, even just adding a place before an item could help to sell it by insinuating certain characteristics. For the article, Joseph Brady, president of Food Service Research Institute, said, "Adding a place name is a common strategy to give an item a sense of what customers can expect. Using California to describe something usually implies it's fresh and healthy, both terms that are desirable when you're naming menu items. And Aluxers, it goes deeper. Restaurants know what you're going to order, and here's how." Number 2. Restaurants order for you. Sounds ludicrous, doesn't it? After all, you make the final decision on what you'd like to eat, but think about how the menu is laid out and designed. Are some dishes placed in boxes or boast a prettier outline than others? Are some meals given the unusual names? For example, an old-school burger from Rocco Mama's is an ordinary bun, patty, tomato, and mayo. But ordering an old-school burger sounds a whole lot tastier than a classic burger. By doing this, restaurants steer customers to what they would like them to order. And Aluxers, remember to subscribe to our channel. We've got you covered on every topic that will help you grow and learn. Next up, something to be aware of when eating out. Number 3. Menus that have a large variety of options don't have the freshest ingredients. Many restaurants offer their customers too many options, and if you're eating out and receive a menu card that could be a magazine, be aware that not every dish will have the freshest ingredients. It's just impossible to offer customers a choice of 100 meals and still be able to store and keep all of the ingredients crisp and firm. Number 4. There's a lot of hidden information on a menu card. Where something is placed on a menu is not random. The eye naturally migrates to the upper right of center of page, and menu designers play on this. Often the most expensive items or those quick to make are placed there to catch your gaze. Burgers and more mandatory items that people seek out are placed on the bottom left. Another trick of the trade is leaving off the dollar sign next to the price and placing the price in the same font or near the end of the description. These tactics detract from the cost and reduce the reader's consideration of it. No one wants to order the cheapest bottle of wine, and restaurants use this human pride to cash in. The second cheapest bottle of wine usually has the biggest markup because it's the most ordered bottle, and generally not a huge step up in status from the cheapest. Number 5. Even if you're ordering the healthiest option, there's still sugar added. When people are given the nutritional information of the food they're eating, they generally will consume 230 fewer calories. But despite our best efforts to choose lower calorie items when we dine out, the truth is there's sugar added to everything. Sugar makes food shiny, cuts bitterness, and adds a glaze to vegetables. And Aluxers, if you're trying to eat a healthier, more balanced diet, we recommend you watch our video, 15 Healthy Mistakes You Don't Know You're Making. Now, let's move on to the finances. Number 6. Upselling makes the restaurant profit. Once you're through the doors of a restaurant, then the selling really begins, and any good restaurant owner knows that increasing the dollar spend per head is the ultimate goal. Carefully placed promotions motivate you to order more than you had originally bargained for. Specials that pair drinks or desserts or push high profit margins all help you part with your cash. Restaurants will promote items that are near expiry dates to increase profits and decrease wastage. And there's nothing like a bit of friendly competition and the promise of a bonus to motivate servers to upsell their hearts out. Number 7. Simple tricks to upsell easily. To help increase your total bill at the end, servers have a few handy tricks in their sales itinerary. Instead of asking if you want bottled water, they ask still or sparkling, so before you've had a minute to consider if you wanted water, you're already ordering it. Casual questions also disarm us and help us relax into ordering. A waiter might say, "Can I start you off with a cocktail?" It's casual enough to not appear pushy, so you would answer yes easier than, "Would you like a cocktail?" Then there are the specials, the type the server tells you about verbally. Usually the most important details are left as a mystery: the price. Usually these specials carry much higher prices than most items and are just special because it's a new dish or there was a cut of meat the chef really wanted to prepare. Number 8. Don't eat the garnish. So you ended up starting off with a cocktail, and while you sip that pina colada and consider crunching into the pineapple slice, stop yourself. That slice of sunshine should be tossed. Bar toppings are prepared at the start of the shift, if you're lucky, or recycled from the day before. They generally sit atop the bar, unrefrigerated, and often uncovered. That means they're privy to any and all germs from people trying to order drinks over loud music or the entire bar team. Number 9. The true cost of running a restaurant. You might judge every menu item based on the merit of how much it would cost you to make at home, but if you are, you're missing the point of eating out. You're there to get away from cooking at home, sitting at your own table and having to choose the playlist or sit in silence. The devil is in the details when you consider the cost of a restaurant, from secure parking to serviettes, being spoiled with the skills of a good chef. Sure, you can have a beer at home for a fraction of the cost, but you have to keep it cool. Go to the shop and collect it and dispose, hopefully recycle the bottle yourself. All that is taken care of at a restaurant. Plus, you don't have to worry about wastage, buying in fresh, factoring in breakages, or owning all of the appliances and equipment each recipe requires. Not to mention uniforms, staff increases, training, music licensing, repairs, decor, and the biggest expense, rent. With all this said, if it's an industry you love and you'd love to open your own restaurant one day, we suggest giving this book a listen. How to Start, Run, and Grow a Successful Restaurant Business, a Lean Startup Guide by Tim Hoffman. Remember to grab your free listen by going to Alux.com/freebook. Number 10. These items have the biggest markups. The best markups are soda fountain, and more on why you shouldn't order that later. Then there are hot beverages like tea and coffee, which have a great profit margin. Breakfast items like eggs, avo, and toast all have great slice added in. Pancakes pile on the profit. That extra slice of cheese to make a burger a cheeseburger is a payday for a restaurant, and the extra toppings are also pure payday. Wine, beer, shots, and mixed drinks are also big earners with their markups once the initial cost of refrigeration is paid off. Number 11. Someone is sick. In a recent study by the Food Chain Workers Alliance, 53% of food chain workers reported going to work when sick. A lot of poor, transient people work in restaurants, says Peter Francis, co-author of Industry Exposé, How to Burn Down the House in Wall Street Journal's Smart Money. They're not giving up the $100 they'd make in a shift because they're sick. So chances are someone is sick that has either prepared your food, served your food, or cleared your food. Number 12. Making a reservation is no guarantee of a decent table. We know airlines do it, but did you know that restaurants also overbook? The reason for this is like flighty airline passengers, people change their minds or are delayed in getting to their restaurant reservation. The alternative is a half-full restaurant on a Friday night, and that's just depressing. According to John Fisher, Associate Professor of Table Service at the Culinary Institute of America, on any given night, restaurants calculate their average no-show percentage and overbook the restaurant by that much, hoping it'll even out. But for the more popular spots, the scale ends up up tipping toward a case of overbooking. Number 13. Bacteria in the kitchen is the least of your worries. When Good Morning America sent teams of scientists to test table items of 12 restaurants, the results were, well, gross. It turns out the menus tested carried an average amount of 185,000 bacteria. The study revealed that none of the commonly touched items like salt and pepper shakers, sauces, or menus were wiped down regularly. To avoid infecting yourself with the previous guest's leftovers, be sure to wash your hands when you're done ordering. Number 14. Best to order a bottle or can. Beer taps and soda machines are a mission to clean properly, so this task is often overlooked and bacteria runs rampant inside the pipes and fittings. To avoid encountering these unknown assailants, rather order a beer or a cold drink in a bottle or can. Number 15. Never order these items at a restaurant. Fish markets aren't open on the weekends, so Monday fish specials might be the wrong kind of fishy. Check when the fish was sourced before you place your order for fish on a Monday. Well done steak is well done for a reason. If you order your meat well done, you're just asking the chef to dust off some crusty cut from the back of the fridge and slap it on the grill until it's gray. Not only do most chefs hate cooking meat past medium rare, but they also don't need to select a good cut if they're going to burn it beyond recognition. Insider.com advises against mussels, truffle oil, and the burgers with all the fancy toppings, because what are they hiding in that burger? And Aluxers, for the love of not wanting to contract E. coli, we implore you to skip the bar snacks. So Aluxers, what's the dirtiest secret you can share about a restaurant experience? We love hearing from you in the comments. And of course, for sticking with us until the end, here's a dirty bonus. Does the 5-second rule apply in a restaurant kitchen? Well, yes, most of the time. Quora has many variations on this exact question, and Aluxers, it happens all the time. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe if you'd like more daily videos, and we always appreciate you hitting that thumbs up.